And welcome back. And in this video, we're looking at a common problem of swinging too vertical or too steep, which plagues a lot of golfers. So this client here's done an amazing job, and just kind of his second session. So some great early changes with the swing. So the original one on the left here, what we'll see is that his left side drops what we call quite low with the belt line, the knee line here, and his spine tips towards the target. So he's got what we call a low left side with the pressure shifting too much onto the outside of his back leg here, which basically gives him a turn direction, or a turn that is working too vertically, and that encourages the club and the arms to work too vertically, and then likewise on the way down. So, and the concept of the turn direction and pressure shift are really important ones here when trying to improve this pattern. So we've done some work on the setup, in improving the body angles, also making sure that the spine angle is slightly away from the target. And when he swings here, we're trying to keep the left side or make it feel higher, and that the pressure only moves just onto the inside of the right leg here. So we get a different looking turn at the top of the swing, which is going to facilitate a less vertical downswing. Then from here on the original one, as it comes into vertical at the bottom of the swing, we can see his right arm expanding, and then this is kind of almost a way to shallow out the bottom of the action or the strike by and effectively kind of scooping underneath the ball through the bottom of the swing here, which actually makes his hip stop and prevent him from turning as well as he'd like on the way through, or actually through the hitting area. So the new one, we'll look more at the back, but from here we're working on hitting what feels more horizontal, and with the shaft play, and then going around with the shoulders on the way through, or the right shoulder coming around higher like this, and his arms finish what we call lower and more across him, rather than his arms finish vertical, which we'll see more from the back angle. But from the front angle here, the concept of the setup angles, and then how the pressure shifts along with the body levels, or height of the left side in this case, it was is paramount. So when we look from the back view here, and the original one on the left, we'll see the club head work outside the line of the ball at the start. Now that indicates a plane or a pitch of the circle that's potentially going to be too vertical. And at the top of the swing here, the shaft's quite across the line. And at the start of the downswing here, what we'll see is, again, this is quite a vertical early part of the swing. I mean, at this point now, he's doing a really good job of fighting it, kind of, or trying to shallow the club out at this stage, but the club head has to work very much kind of in a vertical fashion down this way, and then back up on this side as well. So with short irons, this action will work a lot better, but when it comes to the driver, it's quite difficult to control or get the best distance out of it. Now the new one, we're using a combination of the ball being raised, which is simulated, as you can see here on the right of the screen, which you could use like a back of a bunker or a ball above your feet lie on the golf course. Now this is very useful for this pattern, because you'd have to work less vertically or more horizontally with the shaft as it comes into to hit a ball where it's a bit higher. Now also, what you'll see here is this alignment stick. So put this through his belt loop to try and give him a visual reference of the left side, and how high that is, or what that feels like. So at the top of the swing now, very different shaft positions. The shaft now isn't across the line and too vertical, which is fantastic, and his left arm sits a bit lower or less upright, or again less vertical at the top of the swing. So it's going to be far easier to come down shallower with the new one on the right of the screen. So now when he comes down, it should present quite a different position with the club head, which is fantastic, and the shaft can come around from a better position at the bottom, so the head's going to work around, and then around more to the left on the way through as well, and his arms won't finish as high or as vertical, as you can see here. So great exercises for a pattern, or if you know you've got a swing that works similar to this, would be using the ball above your feet lie that you could use on the golf course through a grass bunker, or a sloping lie, or try and simulate something like you can see here, because that will encourage, which will feel a bit more baseball style, which will encourage more the correct plane or angle with the shaft. Check body levels and body angles, because they have probably the largest influence on what's going to happen on that front. And if you have got a tall stick or some sticks, then you could put those through belt loops to help highlight what the body is doing as well. So perhaps 2 or 3 different ways to practice or to train this type of pattern. So hope this has helped, and please feel free to send any comments or questions, and good luck on the course.